Hi there. Today we're going to make banana bread. This is a recipe from my mother-in-law Pauline, who we call Mame. Shout out to Mame, who is going to be 90 years old this year. Hi Mame. Her recipe is a copycat recipe from Neiman Marcus. I don't know if those of you that remember Neiman Marcus, but it is a Neiman Marcus banana bread, and we are going to make that in the bus today in a toaster oven, and we're going to see how that turns out. I have not done it yet. This will be my first time. Let's see how it works out. So if you've seen me cook before, you know that this tiny little kitchen is my workspace, and I have dishes in the sink that I haven't done, but that's okay because I take my cutting board and I turn this into a countertop. And now this is where I'm gonna make banana bread. So these are the ingredients we're going to need for the banana bread. We've got 3 bananas. We have 1 cup of sugar, 1.5 cups of flour, 1/4 cup of melted butter, a teaspoon of baking soda, and a teaspoon of salt. These are the ingredients we need: bananas, flour, sugar, baking soda, butter, egg, and salt. And of course, a loaf pan. So here we have 3 mashed up bananas, and to that we're going to add 1 egg, and this is a trick that I have been using because I had some bad eggs and didn't know it. So you take an egg, you put it in water. If it sinks, it's good, and if it floats, it's bad. And this one sank, so it is good. I recently had a dozen eggs and checked them, and they were all bad. I had to throw them all away. So I started checking every egg now. So to that we'll add an egg. We're adding, it's supposed to be melted butter, but my butter is so darn soft that I think we'll be good. 1/4 cup of butter. It might be a little more, but I love butter. And this is the good butter. This is Irish butter. And we will add a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, a little stir, and to that we're adding 1/2 cup of sugar. Oh, let's see if I can get it with this thing. 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup sugar, and 1.5 cups of flour. So that's half, and there's my 1. Give that a stir, and I will be putting this into a lightly greased foil pan. It doesn't get much easier than that. And this is Neiman Marcus banana bread. My mother-in-law adds nuts because she adds nuts to everything and it's delicious, but I don't have any nuts, so you could add walnuts or whatever. I have almonds, but I'm not willing to put those in there. So this is going to go into a pan, and then we'll get ready to put it in the oven. So I recently acquired a toaster oven because I like to make quiche and banana bread, and I'm not a big baker, but I do like to have a toaster oven, and this is a new acquisition. We don't really have room for it, so I kind of stuff it under the table, but I have been using it. So it is preheating to 325. It's already been preheating, and to that we are going to add our banana bread batter. So we're going to stick that in there, and we're going to bake that. The recipe says 325 for an hour, but because it's a toaster oven, I'm going to have to keep an eye on it and see how long it actually takes. So we'll see what happens. I've never done it since living in the bus, so this is a first. We'll see how it goes. So we're about 5 minutes in, and I noticed that the top of the bread is already getting brown. It's still got 55 minutes to bake, so I'm going to put a piece of foil on this guy and I will uncover it towards the end. Again, I've never done the toaster oven, so I'm playing with this recipe, and I'll take the foil off at the end so it can brown. Alright, so it's been an hour. It looks done. And I'm going to just turn this guy off. And I'm going to leave it in there. I think it's done, but I'm going to leave it in there. We'll see how it turns out. Well, here's the finished product. It's not the prettiest thing. I know it got some burn marks, but that's from the toaster oven because it's so close to the element. But we're going to cut into it and see how it looks and how it tastes, because that's what matters. So I've cut into it. It is cooked and it is so moist. Oh, it's still warm too. Falls apart. And oh my gosh, it tastes like banana bread. Throw a little butter on there, and there you go. Neiman Marcus banana bread in the toaster oven in a schoolie. Well, there you have it, banana bread in the toaster oven, and it turned out fantastic. I'm very pleased with it. I'm Lisa. This is YOLO Bus Cooking, and if you want to know more about Michael and I and our school bus, please check out our blog, adventuresbylisa.com. Thanks.